Ahoy mates, welcome to the galley on Sailing Vessel Xanadu. We've got some massive Black Angus London broils and we're going to pair those with some black tiger shrimp. I'm going to use a stove top to do the sauteing, and then I'm going to put the steaks in the air fryer on the grill plates. I'm going to make some peppers and some onions and mushrooms, and we're going to get those on top of those steaks. Next, I'm going to make a secret creamy butter sauce for those shrimp. Let's head down to the galley and get cooking. All right, we're back in the galley. We've got some great black tiger shrimp. And look at those steaks. Look at those massive London broils. We're about to get those in that air fryer grill. Let's take a look at that shrimp. Yeah, that's some good sized shrimp right there. All right, I've got my secret spice blend, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to rub this down, and we're going to get these shrimp butterflied and in the butter sauce. In a small galley, organization is your best friend. Let's cut up the garlic and get that with the butter in the pan and get this saute going. I do like to use a lot of garlic. I recommend it. What is that, about 8 or 9 cloves? Maybe more. We're going to use some of it to saute the vegetables and the rest in the lemon butter sauce. One of the reasons I use the cleaver, so I can scoop it up like that and throw it in the pan. Okay, we'll start the pan with the butter. Set those to the side for a minute. And the next thing I want to add is the onion. That garlic in there. I like to use the red or purple onion. It has a good flavor and it's got a lot of antioxidants. Get that in there next. See how the garlic's doing? Nice. Starting to smell great. Love that smell. The scent of the roasting garlic and onions. Back in that pan. I'm going to give that a toss. That butter all in there. This is a simple start to a lot of my recipes because I just love the way this smells when it's cooking. I do take a little brewski, throw it in there, to steam it and put the lid on it. Alright, the next thing to go in are the peppers. Look at the colors of these. That right there is going to make a good pepper mixture. I got 1 jalapeno, 3 bell peppers. I have a trick on the jalapenos. Coring tool. I can just core it like that, cut the end off, and voila. Talking to me over here. Alright, those softened up good, browned up good. Alright, while those are browning, got these peppers up. the rest of the seeds out, I'll just hold it over the trash can and give it a little love tap there. All right, that looks good. I'll show you how I julienne those. So I'm going to cut these into strips. I'm going to line them all up like that. After I get the seeds out. Okay, here's how I do the peppers. I line them all up, get the big cleaver, and start julienne. Just go down the line here, cut them into strips. What is that, about a quarter of an inch width? All right, those are going in next. Look how I just scrape that up, throw it in there. Time to stir the pot. Same process. Got my onions and garlic browned. Got the peppers in there now. I do use a lot of the peppers for the vitamin C. Throw some more butter in there. Next up, I'm going to use some tomatoes, julienne. If you've noticed, I have everything right here within my arm's reach. I'm just going to quarter these tomatoes up. Get those in the pan. I believe that I cut the tomatoes, the onions, and the peppers, and it's therapy. That's how I see it. If I had any problems, I just got rid of it right there. All right, in the pan. Little secret spices on the top. Now this is my Pirate Rodney's Queen Anne's Revenge. It's a new seasoning that I have. It's a new flavor. It's Italian or French style. If you didn't have this, you could probably get away with some Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. I do like to put smoked paprika in there, so that's why I've made that spice blend. Make a little more seasonings. And of course, got to hydrate those peppers. We're going to put that on low and cook that on low for a little while we prep the steaks with the seasonings. Let's get that over here. I do put the mushrooms in last because I don't want them to disintegrate while the peppers are cooking, so that'll come later. Here are the steaks, the star of the show right there. We've got to get this rub on here. I've let them warm up to room temperature or lake temperature, whatever that is. All right. Sure is a nice night tonight. Going to be good weather. I think we're in the 70s finally. All right, we want to put a liberal amount of the Italian mixture. Get that on there. And let this start soaking in. I'm going to put it on each side. Pat it, give it a good pat, and make sure it's in there. I'm going to take a little and put it in the center here on the cutting board. So I can use that for the sides. I want that seasoning all over it. Do the next one. Can't make any mistakes here. Just get that seasoning in there. All right, I'm going to set these to the side and let that marinade do its magic. What is that? Black tiger shrimp. Coming up next. We've got to get the shrimp cleaned and butterflied. All right, while that is sauteing and those are marinating, I'm going to take a quick break to peel this shrimp. Back in a flash. It's time to put the mushrooms in the sauteed veggies. Get these mushrooms in there, slice them thin. Alright, scoop those up, just like that. I put those in last, so they kind of have a little bit of texture left. I like to reduce this down. I'm going to let that simmer And we'll just finish with our butterflying of the shrimp right here. Be careful not to get into your skin there. Won't like that later. Just stand them up right here on the tray. Get those in, seasoned, and cooked. Butterfly shrimp. These shrimp are massive. Is that an oxymoron? Massive shrimp. Okay, the way I go about this is I'm going to spread these guys out on my tray. I'm going to give them a little olive oil spray. You can use avocado oil, olive oil, and now the seasonings will stick. Let's get the seasonings on there next. I'm going to rub it in, turn them over, let them soak in it. The 3 stars of our show are on. So we're going to get it ready to put it together in the air fryer. I'll show you how to do that next. Before we get to the sizzle, we got to do a little more work. Let's get some oil down and some parchment paper down on our pans. We're going to place the shrimp on the parchment paper. Spray it down, spread it out. You don't want your parchment paper flying up in your air fryer. That way it stays down like that. Okay, so we've prepped those for the shrimp. And I have the double-sided air fryer. So I have 2 grill plates down on the bottom. And I'm going to use that to put the London broils in. So they only have to be turned once. And then I'm going to put the shrimp on the top of that on both sides. On those trays. Uno, dos trays. No, on those trays. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at the sauteed vegetables. Yeah, look at that. Okay, those are ready to rock and roll right there. All right. Let's check on the meat. It's just sitting right over here aging with some spices. Looking good. Okay, we're almost ready to put it together. I've got the air fryer prepped. Now, if you want to do this all on one pan in the oven, you can do it that way. You can also use a skillet to sear your meat, or the grill. You could get a grill pan, the kind with the holes in it. And I've got this air fryer right here. Okay, I got the veggies on top. I got the meat and the shrimp. Down below deck. Down below deck. So we're going to take the meat thermometer. And we're going to make these medium rare. I'm just going to go ahead and probe it. When I cook it, I already have the vegetables ready. While the meat's cooking, I'm going to make the sauce. Secret seasoning, secret sauce. I'm going to take the rest of that garlic, mince it up real fine. Finer. Alright, here's how I make it. This is going to be made in the stainless steel cups. And I'm just going to throw in the butter in each one, and my garlic. I'm going to split that up. Get all that garlic in there. What are you doing to me, garlic? Okay, so now we've got that ready. So now I'm going to add half a tablespoon of avocado mayo. That in there. Okay, next, that's where we add our jalapeno flavored hot sauce. Just like that. Choose your favorite brand, maybe Louisiana hot sauce. Maybe you have your favorite. Go ahead and use it. Insert favorite brand and then top it off with some lime juice. What we're going to do next is we're going to put our seasonings in there just like that. Now, you're like, what are you going to do with those? So I'm going to put the shrimp and the shrimp sauce in the oven together. I'll make sure to check it every few minutes, and so it'll be a hot sauce. That's a play on words. I'm going to put this in, build the trays, and be back in a flash. But I've got to heat this air fryer up first. So when I lay down those New York strips, you're going to hear the sizzle. While the oven was heating up, those grill plates, I've prepared the butterflied shrimp on the trays, ready to go right there into that air fryer. So I'm going to put those in now. I'm gonna leave that to the front so I can get it out and stir it. There it is, it goes in. And then I've got to get these hot plates out. These were warming up, they're hot. Get that meat on there. When you hear that, that sounds like goodness gracious. Okay, let's get those back in there. Come over here, you sexy steak. All right, I'll take the sauce out and stir it up and mix it up and put some lemon in it. And then we have our jalapeno lemon butter. I've got the thermometer right here to check those steaks. I'm gonna pull mine out rare, make Cindy's medium rare. Since we have two sides, time to stir that butter. All right, I got the tongs, got that out of there without any hassle. Let's give that a little stir. You know, I can smell those flavors mixing right in, coming right out. Okay, let's get some lemon in there. Gonna go good with the shrimp. Give it a stir and get it back in the oven. I'm gonna pull those steaks out, flip them over, show you what I do there. If they're ready, yeah, go ahead and flip that over. Look at that. Nice. What I like to do is get those sides where the fat is on the grill. I'll do that next step. I'll turn it up like that and just let that cook up right for a minute while I'm standing here. Get it back down. Stay tuned. All right, I got the steaks out. Let's check that temperature. Mine's at about 135, Cindy's 140, 150. Perfect. All right, let's get these plated up. Get those shrimp out of there and get them on the table. All right, look at that. See how that came out? Let me show you how it's done right there. That's a shrimp feast if you ever saw one. Surf and turf today. I don't know how I'm going to fit that steak on there. It's so big. We'll make do. All right. Get on there. Falling off the plate. Those juices on there. All right. That special sauce right there. Gotta love that. All right, almost done. Don't forget the peppers and onions. We're just gonna ladle that right over the top of that steak. Just like that. Woo! Look at that. That's pirate hard. All right, we're gonna check that steak out. Cut a little piece off right there and see what it's like. Oh yeah. If you could just smell this with those seasonings, yeah. Oh yes, let's taste that. Okay, that's pirate style right there. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Try this at home. I recommend it. Let's get this down the hatch. Thank you for watching. Come back for more recipes on Pirate Rodney's Cooking from the Galley. Oh,